Org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
You are now listening to Just a Bit Outside, a sports radio show at BeExposedRadio.com. Come join us every Monday night from 8 to 10 p.m. on YouTube, Facebook, or at BeExposedRadio.com.
So we had a lot of things going on.
Mother's Day, Major League Baseball, pink bats, pink outfits.
Yeah. They certainly did the mothers good. They don't show them justice. Like Jimmy said, the pink bats, cleats, all types of pink highlights in the major leagues. The Orioles were swept by the Kansas City Royals.
Wah, wah.
The Kansas City Royals. Thank you, Eric. Kansas City Royals is they're like one of the worst teams in the Major League Baseball right now. Yeah, so that was a little tough.
Yeah, so the Orioles no longer have the top record. It belongs to the Washington Nationals now.
Yeah, so that was tough. So hopefully they'll get back on track with the next series. Maryland, we got some local sports, collegiate to report. The Maryland lacrosse. Let's shout out the Maryland lacrosse team. They are in the NCAA tournament, and they...
Hey, this is Mark, Just a Bit Outside on BeExposedRadio.com. Listen to us every Monday, 8 to 10 p.m. on Facebook and on YouTube.
Only in the forest can you see this. But nothing beats the moment you see that. Cool! That's your child's eyes opening up to a world of possibilities.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org. Learn about forests near you and discover cool things to do when you go. And you might just see this. Visit discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
It is with great pleasure that I welcome you to today's graduation ceremony. Students, when you hear the reason or reasons for your absence...
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Oh, Amazon Flat?
Hey, guys! How's it going, guys? Welcome.
And we're back. We have fun today, guys.
I know I'm back. I had to take a little hiatus, but I'm back.
Always.
Hello.
Yeah, so we got, we're in the new year, guys, 2019, and we got some new things coming up on the show, and we just glad you guys always stay tuned in.
Yes, thank you. I kind of do not know what's happening right now, but it is okay. I hope everyone has had a great day and had a great week. We know we do our weekly check-ins. Today, however, is such a great day for us because we actually are able to finally start our Today's Career Women series. It's a 15-week series. Every week we will bring one or two lady guests on our show so they can tell us what they exactly do. And you all can be more exposed because it's BeExposedRadio.com. Hey!
That's right.
But more exposed to what we have going on and you know, how everything works.
So we do have a guest this evening, and you will finally get to meet the guest coming on our second part of the segment. But we wanted just to talk with each other because we haven't talked to each other for a little while.
Right.
Catch up.
Mark's back now. He can say hi to you guys now.
What's happening? Had to take care of something real quick involving the radio show.
That's all right.
I wasn't gonna get up and walk out. Nah, I don't walk out on people.
It was like, but
yes,
it was. You should.
I'm not rude about it.
You should have like skipped on over to the other side.
So Tiana, how you been, girl? How's it been since the last time we saw each other?
It's been so long. I miss you so much.
I feel like it's been like 3 weeks since I've seen her.
Right. It's probably only been 3 weeks for real. I mean, you probably are right for real.
It was
you know.
last year.
I know it was last year. It was, and it's already January the 16th.
So this week has been teaching me be patient, young grasshopper. So I've had a very patient week. However, I had a couple breakthroughs yesterday.
Okay.
So those breakthroughs are really good breakthroughs, but then at the same time, it's a little bit more like stress on top of it. So I have to, you know, get ready for what's next, because you know, life don't stop and tick don't top, and you know, the way the cookie crumbles, you gotta catch the little pieces of cookies, like, and then rebuild your cookie. You know. So that's how life. But
you know what? It's 2019 is new beginnings.
Yeah,
it's
fresh starts.
Fresh start. You know, we getting rid of all that old stuff, and we
eating it up.
We bringing in, you know, new things, you know, new endeavors, and just start the 2019 in a different light. That's all. You know, you just what, transition to a what?
A butterfly. I'm on my way to the butterfly. I'm like in the real cocoon stage now. Like
y'all butterflies. I'm a cicada.
Yeah. Oh my God.
You don't want to be a cicada. Them things are annoying.
When you ask for those evolving things to happen, you gotta be ready for the change.
Right.
And so just be faithful in the process, and just know it's gonna happen. You know, and anytime that we ask for things, we gotta be ready for the reactions of those of those things.
Man, what? Let me tell y'all something. So I can share a little bit, but I can't share everything. But the power of your words is amazing, and they always say be careful what you say out your mouth. They always say be careful what you wish for, be careful what you ask for, because you might just get it. 2018, I burned my whole everything of life that I just had so many woes away. I burned all of that away, and physically it was draining, but spiritually I feel so much better. Like, and I feel so much better to the point that when I actually start talking about 2018, it is very vague that I remember anything from 2018. Like, first of all, who out here popping like that, guys? Like, in all honesty, like, who really can sit there and say they burned a year away, a year or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5?
You know, I actually practiced that this year for the first time. I actually did the burning ritual.
How did it go?
I know. I actually tried that.
Oh my God!
So right before midnight, January 1st, 2019, I went out and I wrote all the things I wanted to like clear out from the previous year to go into a new start, and I just burned it, girl. Just burned it.
You better feel good.
Yeah, burnt it. Lit on fire, and just try something different. And I felt a lot better. I'm happier. Intellectually, I was sad, but I feel a lot better. I was sad, but I'm a lot better now. Yeah.
Do you still feel the, like, when you think about 2018 or when you talk about it, like, do you still feel the same feelings that you were feeling, or is it more so like, what's that?
You know, I would say when I can if I go back and thought about last year, I can remember the bad feelings, but I don't feel bad about them anymore. It's like I've
accepted it.
Yeah, I accepted it. I let it go, and it's like, okay, 2019, come on, guys, bring it in. So
let's get it.
I don't have just that heavy feeling about things that was going on last year, because like the end of last year was just tough for me. But it's getting better. I feel a lot better now. I do feel a lot better now.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you feel better. Because, you know, we did exactly what we said we were going to do. And that was burn away all the woes, guys. Like I told y'all, I believe I told you all 2 shows ago, because it's the, I don't even know what day it is. It's okay. But I really, like, really enjoyed burning. I had 7 pages. Okay, so let me tell y'all, it's not like just a regular pages. It was like little book pages, because I had them out of a notebook. But either way, I had 7 pages of woes, guys. Never hold that stuff in. Just let it go. Get it out your system. Say whatever you gotta say. Burn it and just keep it moving. Do you hear me?
Yeah, you have
burn and keep it.
Because you know, it's just like what Erykah Badu say, bag lady. You know, you won't hurt your back dragging all them bags. So you gotta let them bags go, aka our woes. and let them go, because they'll hold you back from developing to your butterfly. Right. And that's what T is. She's working towards that right now. Her transformation into a butterfly.
Yes.
Is that symbolically? Yeah, symbolically her butterfly.
Yes, symbolically my butterfly. However I'm gonna get there. It's kind of when you in like certain spaces, it gets real weary and you get stuck, especially when you never experienced something before. So you're like, okay, you want to be all timid and scared, kind of don't know what to do, so you look like a deer in headlights most of the time. But there's always a light. Hey, girl. There's always a light at the end of the tunnel, and even with it being a light at the end of the tunnel, no matter how dark it gets, there's always one little piece of something that is shining, and that's what you pay attention to, and that's what you run after, because that's what's going to get you out of everything. That's going to make you feel better. That's what's going to make you a better person. Like, what doesn't kill you only makes you stronger.
It really does.
And my friends, and I love my friends to death, and I'm glad that they are able to like embed in me, because when I'm going through, I could have been crumbled, guys. I could have crumbled last year, because last year was a domino effect of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. And I understand.
So,
I understand.
Like, just not being able to crumble. Like, I have the best friends in the world, because they are the ones who always remind me about how strong I am and how I can just like continue to push, and I'm gonna be alright. Like, if it wasn't for them and my mindset of trying to like get through it and make things happen, I probably would have crumbled, been in some type of person psych ward, like really flipped out, because I feel like I'm going through a quarter life crisis, and I'm 27. Like, time's not adding up. I went through this a couple years ago. But all in all, so Mark, now that you're here with us, even though you've been with us, how is your day? How's your week going?
It's been a challenge. It's been hectic. It's been busy, but productive. As you all know, we start the 15-week.
Yes.
15-week series. Today's Career Women. We still got dates. January's done. February, we got a date or two still left. Get in where you can fit in. March is wide open. April is wide open. All the dates are available, but there's a handful of dates that we've already got one person booked, but we're booking 2 guests per show.
Yes.
We have a big variety of different women in different fields of work. You know what I'm saying? We got models, we got entrepreneurs, we got the rapping 3rd grade teacher, y'all.
Okay.
And she's excited to come on the show. She was like, yeah, I'll come on. No problem.
Right.
We're about to go on break.
But yeah, I can't think off the top of my head. We got a lot of leading ladies, though. We got a lot of leading ladies.
We should have called this Leading Ladies Wednesday. Working Women Wednesdays,
that can be the next one.
So
www.
www. I thought you were about to say BigExposed.com. No.
We can do that, though.
Wait, okay.
I know we're supposed to be getting ready to go on a break.
Angie, she does Working Women Wednesdays in the morning. That's part of her radio show, which is actually cool. This is Working Women's Wednesdays, because our show is every Wednesday from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Make sure you catch us on BeExposedRadio.com, and make sure you tune in every Wednesday from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. on Be Exposed Radio's live feed, so that you can watch us, because we're probably becoming your favorite favorite radio show, internet radio show at that, because we're the best and we're getting there.
BeExposedRadio.com.
He's like, we're done.
I can't hear anything. So.
Now listen to BeExposedRadio.com. Check out this fire flashback.
We need to relearn what it is to be these bosses and how we conduct ourselves as business-minded individuals and just people in general. I let my gut, and if I call it gut or God or whatever, I'm led by that energy. I know where it comes from. I know where it's, taking me, and you have to figure out what is important to you, and don't play this game. It's a game that we've learned to play, this chess game, and life is not a chess game. Life is real, bones, flesh, blood, decisions.
Make sure you check out the Artist Exchange Show every Monday and Friday at 2 p.m. only on BeExposedRadio.com.
We're rewarding you for something you already do, listening to us. It's Radio Loyalty, and it's an easy way for you to get free stuff. All you do is sign up. Go ahead and click the banner now. You'll earn points as you listen. Points you can trade in for great products and services in the Radio Loyalty store. You can earn even more points when you share your favorite station with friends on Facebook and Twitter. Radio Loyalty. It's free to sign up, so click the banner to join now.
Hi, I'm LeVar Burton, and I'm proud to be a book person. How do I choose a book? Sometimes it's the cover, sometimes it's the title. I guess I'm pretty visual. If a book's really impressing me and the writing is really good, I will peek and see what the last paragraph is, because the endings of books should rock you. I am a book person, and if you're a book person too, read to a child and spark a lifetime of ambition. Join me at bookpeopleunite.org, because reading is fundamental. A public service announcement brought to you by Reading is Fundamental, Library of Congress, and the Ad Council.
Listen to this flashback of Skylyne radio show.
So where we at? Where we talk about the effects and what's going on in these schools, and what people don't understand. Just real briefly, I just want to talk a little bit about what people say bullying is or is not. So bullying comes in many forms. It's a teasing, it's the cyberbullying, it's the texting, it's the phone calls, it's the posting of pictures and people's personal information to pretty much cause them harm, to have them feel insecure. It's the sex assaults that people actually put out there. There are physical assaults, and there are mental assaults and emotional assaults. And what I like to remind individuals that any aggressive behavior towards anyone that is unwanted and unwarranted in an individual asks you to stop. Let's stop there. Stop.
And they should be respecting that.
Respecting that and respecting yourself, because when you're able to respect another person, you're able to respect yourself. And the way that you're able to show that respect is that you know that you have a gift, and you know you're uniquely made and that you matter, and then you also acknowledge that the next person beside you matters as well. You know? And we lose that sometimes. Bullying is a behavior that underestimates the lives and legacy of you. I'm sure when they was bullying me, and I'm sure when they was bullying you, they didn't understand who you're going to become later on. I didn't know.
Right, because I'm popping. I can't All right, let me tell you, all those people who felt like they wanted to say whatever to me, look at me now. It's like, no, y'all don't understand, but I've been through some things, okay?
And you know what? No. I applaud you and I salute you, because a lot of times we do not take the time to say, I'm okay, and I'm okay with me, and there's nothing wrong with me, and I'm amazing, and I'm blessed, and I'm strong, and I matter.
Join us every Wednesday at 7 p.m. for Skylyne Radio Show, only on BeExposedRadio.com.
Whoa. The moment my son saw a redwood tree.
It's huge!
Is the moment I knew that for him,
You can't even see the top of that thing!
even the sky has no limit.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org. Learn about forests near you and discover cool things to do when you go. Your moment is out there. Find it at discovertheforest.org.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Driving has a rhythm all its own. Don't wreck it with a text. Before you get behind the wheel, silence your phone. Or better yet, designate a texter. For more text-free driving tips, visit stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
Green light. Hey girl, school zone. I'm getting hungry. Car changing lanes. You want to meet me for pizza? Stop sign. Intersection clear. Yeah, street. Pizza sounds good. Ballin' Street? Girlin' Street!
It's hard to concentrate on two things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm LeVar Burton, and I'm proud to be a book person. How do I choose a book? Sometimes it's the cover, sometimes it's the title. I guess I'm pretty visual. If a book's really impressing me and the writing is really good, I will peek and see what the last paragraph is. Because the endings of books should rock you. I am a book person, and if you're a book person too, read to a child and spark a lifetime of ambition. Join me at bookpeopleunite.org because reading is fundamental. A public service announcement brought to you by Reading is Fundamental, Library of Congress, and the Ad Council.
Green light. Hey girl, school zone. I'm getting hungry. Car changing lanes. You want to meet me for pizza? Stop sign. Intersection clear. Yeah, street. Pizza sounds good. Ballin' Street? Girlin' Street!
It's hard to concentrate on two things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Keyboard Cat, Hamilton the Pug, and Toast Meets World. These are some of the internet's most beloved pets. With millions of YouTube views, shares, Instagram likes, followers, and fans across the globe. But what do all these amazing pets have in common? Their stories started in a shelter. Start your story. Adopt a dog or cat today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org to find a shelter or adoptable pets near you. Training that pet to play the keyboard? Well, that's entirely up to you. Visit theshelterpetproject.org and hear more about Hamilton the Pug, Toast, and Keyboard Cat's amazing adoption stories. Start a story. Adopt a shelter or rescue pet today. Your perfect pet is just a click away at theshelterpetproject.org.
Because it's gentle on your baby's eyes. You make sure his toys don't have any sharp edges. You always test the bath water to make sure it's not too hot. You taught her what to do when the smoke alarm goes off. You make sure she wears a helmet when she rides her bicycle. You put on his sunscreen, even when he's embarrassed his friends will see. You do so much to keep your child safe. But are you using the right car seat for your child? Is your child facing the right way in the car seat? Is the seat too big or too small? How do you know when it's time to move your child into the next type of seat? Car crashes are a leading killer of children ages 1 to 13. Protect your child's future at every stage of life. For information on the right seat for your child, visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat. That's safercar.gov/the-right-seat.
A message from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Why is Connor having trouble focusing in school?
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
All right, and we're back, guys. As you see, we have two of our guests here with us today. Their names are, I'm going to give this to you because you know I will mess them up.
I got confidence in you.
No, don't have no confidence in me, not right now.
Watch this, watch this, watch this. You ready? Introduce yourselves, ladies.
I'm Carlyn. My name is Bilan.
All right, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show.
Boom. There you go. Can you pass me your mic, please?
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. Everything's up and running. Bloopers.
Yes, more bloopers, of course.
That's normal on our show, so don't even think they were perfect like that.
Yeah. I feel like every show we have to have at least like 3 or 4 bloopers. And it works
just to
really,
keep it
really
honest.
perfectly.
Yeah, just to keep it organic, you know. That's what we do.
Because we are who we are, and we make bloopers, you know? That's just what it is.
It's what it is, and that's what it's going to be.
Yeah. Right. So, ladies, tell us about yourselves. What are you guys doing? Yeah, like tell our audience, you know, what do you guys do, and I guess your title, your role title, what you guys do, because we're doing this whole 15-week Amazing Women Week. So
yes,
I want to
and
know
you
what's going
two
on.
are the first two on the series. I know that has to feel good. Like, it's just the beginning, and you never know like who's gonna come on next. Like the networking part of it. Like, oh my goodness. I'm so happy. But
yeah, tell us about yourself. We got a career women.
You introduce yourself first. So.
Okay. Well, I would say, I guess I would claim myself as like a jack of all trades. I don't have just one particular career.
Okay.
I've never been like the traditional type of working woman where I know what it is I'm going to do. I'm going to dive into that, and that's what I'm going to do for the rest of my life. I've always just kind of done everything. So it's like, you need your oil change, I got you. You need your tire change, I got you. Come on here.
You can do it.
Like growing up, like my father, like we was outside cutting the grass, and me being like the baby out of all of us, I was all, can we go cut the grass today? He's like, no, we just cut the grass yesterday. Okay, like
so you like to work?
I do. Okay. Well, it depends. Like,
she likes to get dirty.
Like I don't. It's like I've never done well with being enclosed. So it's like how some people like to do 9 to 5. That's cool for you. That's not for me.
Okay.
Like my average day is never the same.
That's nice.
Yeah, it keeps it.
I like things like that too. When you're not doing monotonous work. Because when for me, when you just kind of doing the same thing over there, it doesn't give any room for any cool stories in your day to tell people. Because I did the same thing yesterday, you know. So that kind of goes for me too, Bart. I don't know about you, but I like variety in my day.
I do too.
So you do too.
Working in entertainment, it's always a gamble. It's always interesting. I love what I do. You know what I'm saying? I like, I'm not going to say I like being in the midst of the spotlight. That's why I didn't continue in certain fields 20, 25 years ago. That wasn't me, you know. I've done the whole modeling thing. Didn't last long. It wasn't me. I've always been more of a behind the scenes type person. I don't want to be on the floor. What I got to do to get up in management. I want to be in that office. You know, that was my itch. I didn't know until 1998 what I really wanted to do, and that was to own a nightclub. I've gone in different directions. Never per se gone in that direction, but I've gone in different directions with hosting parties and promoting, and it's fun. It's a lot of fun depending on who you deal with, because if you don't know what you're doing, you're not going to listen to nobody. And that's why you have promoters, that's why you have management to run your business, because you don't know what you're doing. And if you're not going to listen, then you're not going to keep no one happy. And if you're not going to keep no one happy, you're not going to keep them on your payroll, because they're going to go elsewhere. BS does not fly. I can tolerate a lot of things. I can bite my tongue until I say ouch, and then I'm not going to bite it no more. And either I'm going to walk away, or it's going to end ugly. I guess that's the Gemini in me. But I mean, do I have regrets with my many directions of my work history? Sure I do. I could have done a lot of things differently. You know, there's a store that just opened up in Arundel Mills Mall, and I'm like, damn, I could be retiring this year. After 20 years.
Dang could have been retiring, you know, dang.
But I mean, it is what it is, you know.
You know, Mark has that creativity gene. He's creative, got different ways to try to bring in different streams, just like yourself.
So
I mean,
I have a question for you. Sorry, Mark.
No, you good. ain't about me, it's about
When
them.
did you decide that corporate just wasn't for you? Or 9 to 5 wasn't for you? Because you know there's different levels of a 9 to 5.
Oh yeah, I don't no shade to you right, it doesn't, but like for me, growing up, I've always been in the arts.
Just keep talking.
Like I've always been in the arts, so it's like I started dancing when I was like 4. So it's like this is making like 26 years of doing that, and it's like I've never, even as a child, like I never had that passion to be like, I want to be a lawyer, I want to be a doctor. Like I was never like that, and it's like, you know, in a way, kind of like looking back, I wish that even though, you know, family can sometimes have good intentions, that I would have kind of like stuck my ground as like, you know, like in high school, like I already had everything planned out. I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to go dance with this company, I'm going to go to this school for this. And it's like when you have family that you like, you know, like you kind of look up to them, and it's like whatever they tell you, like you feel like they got the best interest. It's like, you know, their views was the complete opposite of mine. So me wanting to also make them happy, put what I wanted to do on the back burner. So unfortunately, as a dancer, the one thing, all you have is your body when it's ready done. If that gives out, like your career is pretty much done.
I get it.
So it's like
I've got plan B, C, and D at that point, you know.
And it's like I get what they were trying, because their thing was, well, what are you going to do if this happens? You know, as a child, you're like, why would you even say that? That's not going to happen. Like,
if anything, you feel like it's discouraging, because it's like, why would you, instead of just taking me to where I want to go, you're trying to vote if you fail, like we're planning for you to fail.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's kind of like the way you. I know I took some things like that too.
Because you kind of had a mindset like, well, I would rather fall 10 times, like Cardi B, get knocked down 9, get a 10. At the end of the day, I would rather fall and take that as a lesson learned than for you to stop me from getting that lesson.
Right.
So it's like now, oh, sister girl, I don't care what nobody says. I do what I want. You don't like it? Bye.
Right.
Like, your opinion does not matter to me anymore. Which, of course, causes issues, because they're like, well, you're about to be 30. Okay, that's just the number.
Right.
Like, at the end of the day, you got some people that have been doing a job and have been miserable.
Yeah, I know all about that. We know all. I mean, I
If-
know all about that. I know all about that. You know, I was like, what am I doing here? I'm wasting my life. My youth is crumbling in front of my face, and I'm just standing here in this job, and I want to go so bad, and I gotta change. You know, you just know your mind. I gotta switch. I gotta make a difference in what I'm doing in my routine. Well, I'm never gonna get to the real destination I want to go to. You know,
We were
that's
just talking. I think like there is something manifesting right now, because I feel like
Right before we brought you on, we actually was just talking about that. Like literally, I was
Yeah,
talking about
changing.
how dark it can get before you know you see the light. And I was talking about the change between being 9 to 5 and you know making a difference and making everything work for you. Like that's what we were talking about right before you came on.
Embarking into new beginnings, new changes, especially the new year. And we were talking about that how me and Miss T, we did these. We was burning our woes of 2018. You know, we got rid of wrote down all our problems, things we wanted to get rid of and let go. And we, you know, prayed, burned, and we felt so much relief. And I know I felt the relief, and she did it as well. So, So, yeah, it's all about changing. And another thing, Michelle Obama in her book talking about becoming Michelle. You're going to go through a couple things before you finally become what you want to be. There's never like, I'm just going to be a doctor in life, or I'm just going to be a dancer. You're going to manifest into a couple things. You can become a couple things in life before you know, it's never one role you're going to ever fulfill in life. You're going to be changing and evolving all the time.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think the weirdest part about everything is like, so what do we do next? You know, like when one thing is like, so what do we do now? So what's the plan? You know, like a lot of plans aren't really like
made out and you got to do this.
Solid. It's, you know,
things just happen. It's like,
all right. Life doesn't always be black and white. It does get gray a lot of times, and you still like, God, where you want me to go? I'm trying to figure this out, and you just got to keep praying and be faithful and just see what happens next. It's an evolving, changing experience. Life is, you know. But like I said, we all going through that changing right now. We all going through it. So did you ever become a dancer?
Like, I still dance. I dance with, like, I've been with my director for, this will make 13 years.
Awesome.
So, like, she has her own company. Mostly, like, PG based, like, PG and DC based. But then, it's like, I had the opportunity to do an apprenticeship starting Saturday with this company called Pretty Big Movement. So it's like they're like, you know, like I guess classified as like a plus size dance company. And it's like they've kind of like been all over the place because they were just like on the lip sync battle competition, dancing. So it's like they're, you know, like it's like this like their second cycle with the apprentice group, which is something completely different because they're like hip hop ish kind of based. I'm not really a hip hop dancer.
What you do, modern?
Yes.
Okay, I love modern dance too.
That's my heart. Like, so, but it's like for me to say later on down the line, like, you know, if I want to have my own company or start my own thing, I want to be a well-rounded dancer.
Absolutely.
So it's like, you know, kind of like having that edge. Like, I already have an edge because I'm tatted up. So it's like I already get kind of like looks like what, because I am tatted, because I'm not a traditional dancer either. Because it's the typical, you know, unfortunately still that stigma that dancers should be
clean,
skinny, tall, no tattoos, no piercings. But it's like, as
you got to change with times.
Man, and
you better keep up,
man.
The industry doesn't want to change, but it has to. You know what I'm saying? Because you're dealing with a whole different cycle of people. You know what I'm saying? A whole different generation with a whole different mind thought. And a lot of your old heads are moving on for one reason or another. And younger generations that have grown up are taking over them spots. So they're helping the change, whether you like it or not.
It's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen, and that's all there is to it.
Yeah, speaking of it's going to happen, like even in the work field now, like the work field is changing. Like there's no more, we need to be these extra quiet and wear suits all the time and, you know, move like robots. You know, anymore now. They're more lax. They let you wear jeans to work, especially if you work in IT. You can wear whatever you want to work, okay? But like, like they're starting to be more lax and more understanding of everyone else's culture. Like not everyone can fit in the uptight A, B, C, D window. So that's really like one thing that I'm really glad companies are finally starting to work on. But
well, understand and accept that people come in different varieties now. I mean, you can't discriminate in any form.
Right.
So, regardless of how you present yourself, you should be still accepted. If you can do the job, you can do the job. I really feel like it shouldn't really matter too much about what your appearance is, or it really shouldn't at all. Everyone deserves a chance, you know, regardless of those type of things. So I'm glad we are moving forward in that.
Theoretically, you're not supposed to judge a book by its cover.
Theoretically. Theoretically.
But a lot of people do. I mean,
perception is key.
You can say what you want. You can say what you want about that guy Kevin that does the movie things on Fox DC News in the mornings. You can say what you want about him. He's this, he's that. He's different.
Who are these people?
But he's got the knowledge and he's good at what he does when he does reviews on movies. You know what I mean? If I could have his job, yo, I would be in heaven. He don't just travel all over the country. He goes all over the world to see these movies and give reviews. And I'm like, yo, can I have your job?
See,
I know his job's got to be really exciting.
And again, Carolyn, would you like? I said it right? Because I said I mess up names. I told. See, he doesn't listen to me when I say I mess up names. Carolyn. Carlyn.
No.
Okay. Carlyn, would you like to share your social media before we go on break?
Sure. Oh Lord, it's like a lot of.
Do your best.
Okay, so Facebook is Carlyn, Carlyn, Punk Love Fingers. I have 2 Instagrams. One, never mind, y'all need my personal one. I have my hair page.
You do hair too?
I do braids.
Yes.
Hey, okay.
We have to have a good conversation.
That one is styles_by_C_fingers, and I'm about to be having like a YouTube page coming out strictly like dance related and stuff.
Yay! All right, guys, make sure you tune in. Stay on live. Make sure you all are watching. We see you all again in about 5 minutes. All right.
Stay tuned, guys.
Yes, we gotta pay some bills.
Yeah.
BeExposedRadio.com.
Okay, Bilan.
My name is Ruth Rusi. I'm a retired teacher. I'm 91 years old, and this is how I live United. I say retired, but not really. Once a week, I read books to children as part of United Way's education program. Reading to a child creates links between language and literacy. It creates a bond between grown-up and child. And believe it or not, it prepares them for a better academic future. Oh, we read about frogs and flies and pigs with wings, all sorts of juicy stuff. It's a joy to watch all those little faces. I figure I have the time and they have the need. And I've always believed that if we're not here to help each other, then what are we here for really? My name is Ruth Rusi. I help kids prepare to succeed in school. So I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer, live united. Go to liveunited.org. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
My name is Meera Batra. I have been in this country 32 years, and this is how I live united. America has always been the land of promise, and in my community many families have come for a better life. Coming from another culture myself, I know the desire to become part of a community, to feel at home and to gain the tools for our children and families to succeed. So I advocate for these families with United Way. United Way empowers them to look beyond their histories and to see what opportunities are available. We help them get involved with their kids' schools, network within the community, and when we do, we unite them. We make the community stronger. What I do is something I wish someone had done for me, and I am so grateful I am able to. My name is Meera Batra. I help families see opportunities and succeed. I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer, live united. Go to liveunited.org. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
Keyboard Cat, Hamilton the Pug, and Toast Meets World. These are some of the internet's most beloved pets. With millions of YouTube views, shares, Instagram likes, followers, and fans across the globe. But what do all these amazing pets have in common? Their stories started in a shelter. Start your story. Adopt a dog or cat today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org to find a shelter or adoptable pets near you. Training that pet to play the keyboard? Well, that's entirely up to you. Visit theshelterpetproject.org and hear more about Hamilton the Pug, Toast, and Keyboard Cat's amazing adoption stories. Start a story. Adopt a shelter or rescue pet today. Your perfect pet is just a click away at theshelterpetproject.org. A public service announcement brought to you by Maddie's Fund.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Hey!
Not yet.
Hey!
That would have been
back.
a good blooper.
Right, that would have been,
a good one.
Right. We were into every conversation but the one we were supposed to be having at the moment. Thanks everyone for who... I can't get my words together. Thank you to everyone who is tuning in, because that's what I was trying to say. And we have 2 guests on our show, so you know how this goes. Well, this is our first time actually doing this, so it kind of works out though. But we wanted to introduce our second guest.
Yes.
And her name is Bilan Walker.
Yes.
This is the government.
Put the whole government.
Would you like to tell everyone who you are and what you do?
Give your intro.
Well, I wasn't going to give y'all the government.
I'm sorry.
I feel like y'all know me up close and personal. So welcome to my life. So I am a model, singer, actor, entrepreneur, spoken word artist, any and all things entertainment.
Yes.
It's kind of, I don't do the 9-to-5 thing. I can't put myself in that type of box. I have tried multiple times.
Okay.
It's not for me.
I got you.
Again, you know, no shade to anybody that does. You know, get your stability, do what you need to do. I can't do it.
It is, like I said, monotonous and it can be boring.
It's very boring.
Yeah.
In my mind, like I haven't been like officially diagnosed with ADHD, but
you on the spectrum. Yeah,
legit.
Yeah,
legitimate. Like my mind goes a million miles per hour, and I get ideas, and it's like I can't just sit and work on your plan when I have.
And for real though, a lot of these jobs want you to give up on your own dreams.
They do.
So don't you ever give up on your own dreams.
It's not even just the jobs, honestly. It starts when you're a child in school, the structure. You don't learn about entrepreneurship. You learn about how to take care of somebody else's business. Even with the, I know I'm about to get kind of real.
That's okay.
It's fine.
That's all right.
But
do you?
You know, the multiple choice questions. I used to get in so much trouble because if it was A, B, C, D, and I ain't feel like none of them was right. Okay, so here's E, and here's Y.
Really?
Yes.
Make your own answer,
E, none of the above.
The worst thing is having a multiple choice question and none of the answers are the one that you came up with, no matter how many different ways you did it, especially with the math.
Yeah.
Like, you will feel so lost in the sauce.
Listen, I'm not about to put down an answer that I do not believe is true.
A lot of times they trick you up sometimes with that. It's like it could be one word that was off, and you like, oh man, you know, yeah, whatever. But
that's all right.
I get
you
it.
can give me that one word, and you can mark me wrong, and that's fine. Because I'm still gonna be right according to me and all the facts that I put surrounding it. That's why I don't work with corporate America.
So you did work and then you quit? Is that what happened? Okay.
So I started off like, of course, you know, went to college because of my mama. You know,
you got a degree? Did you? Okay.
I did.
Okay.
I went to Florida A&M University.
Okay.
But I got the whole degree thing. Did criminal justice and business administration. Barely made it through because I always stayed in the music building. I always stayed.
Really? Wow.
I ain't never go to class. I was.
Why you didn't major in like telecom or something?
I wanted to major in music, but my mama was like, ain't no money in that. There's no security. And
yeah.
I was like, okay, fine. I'll be like you. I was like,
work at Social Security 40 years, don't get a chance to do anything else with your time. Just work. Right. But you said,
can't do it, won't.
You didn't want to do 4 years. You didn't want to do 40 years of a government job. You say, you know what? It's time to be
for 40 acres and a view. Let me tell you. I'm sorry, that was the first thing that popped up.
It was a divine calling. It was one of those situations. It's almost like unreal. I'm sitting at my job in United Healthcare, and somebody was like, you know, the radio show is downstairs. And I'm in Atlanta at the time, and I'm like, what radio show? Like, Steve Harvey. I'm like, oh, okay. Okay, cool. Back to my call. Thanks for calling that. Okay. You should stop by there on your lunch break. For what? Like, oh, you sing. Okay. Like, okay, you know. For whatever reason, I stopped by there on my lunch break. And I walked in, and there was a lady by the name of Kalia sitting at the front desk. And I didn't know that the head of marketing and director of programs was like behind the door, like right behind her. Steve Harvey was on the other side of the door. She asked me to sing. I sang. Next thing I knew, I was on the show.
Wow.
Hey! And that was it.
Wow.
That was it. I was like, okay.
That worked.
I can do this.
Awesome.
Okay, guys.
You just brought you on the show and you just sung like a little snippet of a song or something?
The next show, I was on a New Star project. And it was a full television episode.
Oh, nice.
Full song.
Okay.
All right, guys. So this hour has definitely moved really fast. We're already an hour into the show. I'm really glad everyone is tuning in. There's something called bills that have to be paid, and we have to go on break one more time. Bilan, would you like to give them your Instagram information?
Absolutely. So you guys can find me on IG at authentically_Bilan, and you can also follow my business page at belove_inspired.
Yes. And we see you all when we come back.
BeExposedRadio.com.
The Artist Exchange Radio Show every Friday 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. every Saturday 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Real artist, real talk, real live on BeExposedRadio.com. I was meeting with a friend yesterday, and I've gotten to the point where don't ask me a question because the truth is going to come out. Exactly. Just don't do it.
If you ain't looking for the truth, don't come to me.
Don't do it because I can't hold my tongue. And she wants to be this stylist, boutique, but you're not doing anything in that nature, and I can't take you seriously if you're not doing those things. And I understood why people didn't take me seriously because I found myself in somebody else's lane. I was good at what I was doing and what I wanted to be, but I wasn't doing it for me. So how can I ask you to take me seriously if I'm living in somebody else's shoes?
And nobody can do what you do, and I think that that's a big problem that people face now. Like, you see what somebody else is doing and you want to do that when that's not your lane.
That's not your lane.
That's not what you're supposed to be doing.
But it's popular, it's getting that person money, it's getting that person applause. Oh, I want applause. I want money. Let me stand over here behind them.
And then a lot of times people aren't honest with themselves either. Like, I was thinking earlier today, I've been woke for almost 2 days, so so you get honesty, and I was thinking, like,
The Artist Exchange Radio Show.
Join the club that gives you stuff. Hey, thanks! Radio Loyalty. Here's how it works. Just click on the Radio Loyalty banner right now and sign up. Then, you keep on listening like you already do. But now you earn points. Those points add up, and you can trade them in for stuff in the Radio Loyalty store. Earn more points by sharing your station with friends on Facebook and Twitter, answering surveys, and by using the apps in the New Players App Store. Pretty simple, right? Radio Loyalty. Click that banner to join now.
Here's what you missed on Salacious Life Radio.
You know, when it comes to your children, especially if you're dating someone that you actually like, you do want it to work. So you're gonna hope and encourage the relationship between your child and that person because you like that person.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
That was a really
I want to know. I want to learn. I want to know, like Joe. Okay.
Aww.
See everybody?
Okay, we're back, guys.
Yes, the baby goes.
We're back.
Thank you guys still for tuning in, our loyal, faithful viewers that's always tuning into our show.
Yes.
I'm tired.
I don't know what the face
customers. I was like,
customers. These are our audience. So, Bilan, would you like to share more about what you do? I know the last
so like I said,
was kind of short.
She was explaining she was singing on the Steve Harvey show, and then more came from it. So go ahead and finish telling your story.
So of course, like more opportunities came from that, and it was really more confidence came from that. I was like, I can go out here, I can do something different. I don't have to be trapped in this little cubicle. So I'm marching up to my job.
And quit?
Yeah.
Wow. This is when you was in Atlanta, Georgia, right?
Okay.
That's okay. But you took a leap of faith.
I took a big leap of faith. And God had my back. I started doing extra work, and it was just around the time that Atlanta got the tax break to start doing movies. And so it was perfect because when I started doing the extra work, I mean, nobody was really doing it. Nobody was around, so I got close to directors. I got close to production assistants and the people who were actually running the company. Before I knew it, I got a call to do like some stand-in work, and I had never done stand-in work.
What's stand-in work? Stand-in
is when you actually, you know, go and you pretend that you're the actor in place until it's time for them to actually do their scene.
Okay.
So you're used. Am I telling secrets? No, y'all know. Secrets now. But you're used basically, you know, more than the actor. Like they sitting up in their trailer, living their life, you know. And so that pays very, very, very well. But I got a phone call at like 4 o'clock that morning, an hour before I was supposed to be on set. So I'm up getting ready, and she was like, "I'm so sorry. You're like 115 pounds soaking wet, and the girl that we need needs to be like 200 pounds.
Well, yeah.
And she's like, "But I promise I'm going to make it up to you." It's Hollywood. Okay, you're going to make it up to me. Whatever. I just kind of, you know, cut my losses. The following week, I got a phone call, and she's like, "How's your like reoccurring role on Necessary Roughness?" I was like,
reoccurring. That's good.
Oh,
that what you want. That what you want.
Right. Exactly.
Oh, she said she was gonna make it up to me.
So I'm like,
jackpot.
Exactly, jackpot.
Right.
Okay. So I did that for like 2 or 3 years. You know, then.
So you had a speaking role.
I did have.
Oh.
But SAG is smart, you know, they won't let you get in your little 5 words sometimes so you can get your SAG eligibility. So they made sure you in and out.
Okay.
Like some of these.
Because you didn't get your SAG, so you never got your SAG card.
I did not.
Oh, okay.
I did not.
Okay.
So all of those, you know,
it's all right.
producers and filmmakers, holler at me. Throw that in there. My little
Self-promo, nothing wrong with
it. But no, so left Atlanta, came up here. Left Atlanta because I had a sorry behind baby father.
Oh, those.
Hey,
oh
it
my God.
Yeah.
You never know till it's too late.
Yeah.
There ain't nothing you could do about it. For
you think you know until you know,
right? You think you know. You think you do.
You think
look,
you know.
What y'all not look. This is about the career of women, not bashing men. If you want to go there, we can go there. Because you know me a long time.
This career woman took care of home.
That you got to. You got to.
And she made sure that her home was going to be secure regardless of whether he walked out of her home or not.
Right.
Right. Kick him out.
Nevertheless, home was secure.
That's right. She took care of him.
Yes.
But I came up here, totally different market. What I thought, I was like, I'm going to go, I'm going to be able to travel to New York, I'm going to be able to go to Chicago, and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, you close.
No opportunities.
Oh my.
So the opportunities got lesser here.
They got lesser. So I was like, just like Carlyn, I was like, you know what? I do everything. Let me put my hands to work. Literally put my hands to work. Let me do some hair. I do braids, I do crochets, I do weaves. Craigslist is up, Facebook, Instagram. It's there's no reason that anyone can't make money.
I agree.
This is true.
You're talented. You got, especially if you're skilled in your hands.
Unless you work for the government.
You got.
Unless you work for the government.
Right.
Well, let's not.
You work for the government?
I was about to
say. This is not what just happened. You just told everyone you're a full-time entrepreneur.
Fan base that I already have, and I feel like some of them, you know, might be working for the government or whatever. So I'm not even gonna put my mouth on that. God bless y'all, and I pray the best.
Yes. Today, I don't even know what day it is. Last week was day 18. Oh. Day 27.
Wow, that's
and they really not paying these people. Like
actually,
this Friday, they will not have another.
But we're not gonna pay you.
We're not. But they did pass a bill. They did pass a bill saying that
I'm just saying.
Taxes can still be turned in by the 28th and they'll still be processed. One. They also passed a bill for everyone who's missed out on money to actually receive back pay as well.
Oh, back pay after I've lost.
Yeah.
Everything.
Right.
Practically.
But, I mean,
like,
this not even
This my
affecting. Yeah, go ahead.
If you shut down the government, all government should be shut down.
But
if you shutting down the government, the whole country should be shut down. You ain't gotta pay no bills.
Man, what?
Because if you have a clearance and you're furloughed, you're getting ready to lose that clearance because your credit is getting ready to get shot. And that big old house you love, enjoy it while it lasts because you're getting ready to lose it to foreclosure.
Right.
Just saying.
Even, but sadly, you know, food stamps is about to be out, guys.
Oh, yeah, they
people
sent that
can't eat. You know, people that's disabled, that are elderly, children are not eating.
Well, they're doing food banks for everyone who is furloughed because, you know, we're into like almost week 4.
There's a cafe in DC that has a sign on or around the entrance. If you're furloughed, you can get a free meal.
You all you have to do is show your ID.
That's what's up, but why put people in that predicament?
That has nothing to do with what you're fighting for.
He's a bozo brain and he's rich. He doesn't get the same.
The wall doesn't make sense though. Like you want to put a wall up. What are the goods about it? What are the bads about it? Put the wall up. It can be 20 feet. It can be 50 feet. Lowe's, Ace Hardware, Home Depot, Walmart, you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna come out with a ladder a foot higher and they're gonna sell out. How about that?
But did y'all see the picture on social media where the president of Mexico proved a point by climbing the wall?
Yes,
and was sitting on top of the wall.
it.
Watch this stuff.
Like-
Watch this stuff. Y'all seen Fast and the Furious, right?
Yeah.
They dug a tunnel through a mountain. You don't think they can dig a tunnel through the dirt?
They can fly into America.
Here's the thing. Instead of changing American policy to the point where if they get over here and they're not supposed to be quote unquote, we give them businesses, we give them thousands of dollars.
But we don't get nothing.
We don't get nothing.
We don't get nothing. It's harder for us to get stuff than anybody else.
We the natives here.
If you just so happen to come over here and you make it through, here's about $15,000-$20,000 to start your business.
Thank you for coming over.
Right.
You like, well, dang.
And then
we the natives here and we fight.
We gotta take an arm and a leg, make some teeth. Like, can I have my business now?
Let's not talk about natives.
My brother said walls don't work. Look at the Great Wall of China.
This is true. Was the Great Wall of China built to keep people out?
We just don't need no wall.
I didn't pay attention.
We don't need no wall.
I'm just saying, America's a big old melting pot anyway. The most of the money that funnels through America is not even American money.
It ain't.
So stop it.
It's not.
It's petty.
What was it? I don't remember what it was.
I was hoping you wasn't gonna say I don't remember what I was gonna say.
It just popped. Well, she made the comment about the
Oh, you
melting
really
pot.
forgot what you were gonna say.
Like the majority of stuff that's sold in this country is not made in this country.
Made in China, made in Indonesia, made in Egypt.
Export in.
Old school
We
Americans.
export out, we import in.
Until Reaganomics. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Until Reaganomics, what was the country's whole anthem? Buy American, buy American, buy American. Why? Because it'll keep the country going. You buy Nissan, Toyota, Suzuki,
Foreign.
German, Chinese, Japanese, whatever vehicles. How long do they last?
Not that long.
Forever. Forever.
Is Tesla
American cars are made
Tesla's
to break
American
down.
car.
Okay.
They are.
How often do you see?
I know Ford is.
So let's break down what's an American car and what's
Ford, Chevy, Mercury, Lincoln, Dodge, Chrysler, Plymouth, Jeep.
How long have you had it?
For 2 years. Like I
What did you buy it as?
The actual dealership.
Here's the thing.
With like 11 miles on it.
You drive a lot.
I sure do.
Girl, I almost got
She's
200,000
busy.
miles on my car.
So I might not fit into that equation because like I told you I'm about to be going back and forth to New York for 3 months.
Really?
Okay.
For dancing.
So
For dancing.
I'm getting ready to plan a
Because I need
trip.
to go to casting.
Can I?
Okay.
I'm so serious.
I'll pay gas and tolls. What's up? Hey,
I like to ride.
Perfect.
How about that?
So if you want to
I mean, I'm just saying.
So guys, we're gonna take a road trip to New York and once a week on behalf of Carolyn. You know.
Shout out to Kiera because we'll stop and pick you up in Newark.
Yeah, we got you in Jersey.
For covering the tolls and the gas.
Hey. You know, we might have to switch this every week, like someone else got to cover it. But you know.
But he said.
No, every
Love.
time. All right, Mark, if you covering
Not
it
every time. Not every time. We can all take turns, or we can all put something in the pot.
That's
How about
right.
that?
20 each. You know, whatever. Something. Whatever.
Make it happen.
Mm-hmm.
Hey guys, so my godson said hi to me, so I want to say hi, Xavier. How are you, Stink? Okay, I had to come back, but you know you got to get your love because he's so cute. Oh my goodness. Okay, we won't go into godchildren's life because we're not doing that. You know, back to you.
But listen, here's my solution. Maybe here's a good solution. Instead of building this wall, how about we create a partnership with Mexico and we create jobs for Americans to go down to Mexico and stop all the violence. That's why they're coming up here. They're coming up here because of the gangs, because of the drugs, because of the violence down there. That's why all of a sudden there's a huge percentage of people trying to cross over
They're
for
coming
a
up
safer
here
place.
because the market within
the market is better.
within the dope. It
isn't just one reason, but that is a reason.
It's a couple of different reasons.
Trust and believe.
Oh yeah, the government has a partnership. That's why the stuff gets shipped in.
Oh
here.
yes. Oh,
I mean,
but the government was the ones who brought it in here anyway, and then passed it, and then went
We've all seen
undercover.
boys in the hood. What did Lawrence Fishburne say? We don't own planes. We don't own ships. You know what I mean?
What?
How's it getting pumped up in there? The government knows what's going
about
on.
jobs.
It wasn't a problem until it hit Wall Street. It wasn't a problem until it hit Beverly Hills.
Which Wall Street? We're talking the original Wall Street, the Black Wall Street?
You know what that was? 1923. Tuska. Tuska, Arizona. I be messing up words. I'm trying to make sure. I tear words up.
Tuska.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But yes, 1923, Black America. Oh, we have 30 seconds, but I'm going to get this out. Black America created their own businesses, own market, own everything to the point I believe they had like 10 churches. It was so much. If you all look up Black Wall Street on, if y'all Google it, you can see everything that we did, and then the KKK was like, nah, bruh, and burned it all down.
But let's get back to it. We can rebuild though.
We can, and actually, we're going to talk a little bit more about the rebuilding right after. Right after we pay some bills, because this rebuilding process and everything that I'm thinking about has to wait until then. Okay, guys? So make sure you all tune in, and we'll see you guys.
For more discussion, we got more discussion, guys.
Yes, on Be Exposed Radio.
.com.
So, Jacqueline.
Yes, Mom?
I wanted to talk to you about something and... Oh, wait. Hold on. I just got a text. Oh, there's another one. Wow. Busy, busy me. So, anyway...
Oh, wait, Mom. I just got a message. My friends keep commenting on my comment. Oh, there's another one. So many comments on my comment.
Oh, I can't wait to watch TV tonight.
Playoffs!
Hey guys, check out my new video game. Pew, pew. Wait. Mom, what? Huh?
What? Hold
What'd you say? Wait a second, what?
This weekend, unplug. Take your family to the forest. There's nothing in the world like experiencing nature firsthand. Trees, paths, bluebirds, streams. Getting closer to nature can get you closer to your family. To find the forest nearest you, go to discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Check out this snippet from the new season of Talk Lately with Monty about Jennifer Holliday.
Anyway, let's get back to yeah. Well, what I wanted to say is that I can understand 100% where Jennifer Holliday is coming from, and that's sort of kind of where my 20% came from. When I basically came out and said who I voted for, I received a lot of backlash. Even on my own talk show, which comes on every Monday from 5 to 7 p.m., I was called a coon. Okay, yeah, shout out for the plug. But yeah, someone actually, they told CJ Bernie that I was a coon, and that really hurt me. I've been called everything from a fat whatever and everything, but someone actually commented on his Facebook I didn't even say that. That's kind of called me a coon, but it's it's crazy because I just feel like someone like Jennifer Holliday, I understand why she stepped down, but I'm kind of upset with her because I think she still should have performed. If you're going to jump out there, then stand in your truth. Don't let no one stop you or change your mind about anything. And listen, no one put a gun to her head and made her sign on for that. But it just seems like, she was basically, she was bullied. But see, the thing about it is they will put a gun to her head to not do it.
I don't think so.
Well, that's what the threat says. You gotta say it's why it's called a threat. You don't know the hypothetical.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
And we're back. Hey! Yes, shout out to our producer. He is the best producer that I ever came encounter with. And he knows exactly how to bring us on and take us off. Okay?
Even if he has to, open the door a little bit.
Be like, hey,
get off the radio.
Yeah, he's cool. He's real cool.
Whew. So where are we going to start? Where are we going today?
How much? So we have about an hour left.
I don't know. We have
about 40 minutes.
We got 45 minutes, y'all. This first off, I really, 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 really appreciate how fast this show moves.
I don't. It goes too fast.
Yeah.
I told you, fastest 2 hours of your life.
So, I have a question for Carlyn. Pew pew, that's what just happened. My question for Carlyn, when was your big break of I don't want to do this anymore? Did I ask you that question?
Like what was the pivotal moment for you to go like I'm definitely not doing a 9 to 5. I'm definitely going to just do my own thing and just rock it out faith-based life.
I don't even know if I really ever had that moment. I was just kind of like that child that was just, even like an adult, it was just kind of like always against it. Because, okay, so I always had like issues where I would try to get a job based off of my schedule. So it's like I run into issues with that because I always have practice on Saturdays, and most jobs need you to work Saturdays. So a lot of times they be like, well, we can work with that. I'm like, oh, but I'm not going to be able to work on this day, because we have a show. Is that going to work?
No.
Why don't you just, okay, so what really boggles my mind about that, right? I can't talk sometimes. You just got to take it for what it is. So, out of a 40-hour work week, you are supposed to be allowed 2 days off. So why couldn't they just give you your Saturdays off?
Oh, my life went out.
Probably
because they want you to work weekends.
Because the need is hired on that day.
Just like retail, you have to be able to work nights and weekends.
Retail, sales, casino.
Y'all not open in the morning.
You just gotta be there. You don't have no life, y'all.
Work with me, I work with you. I can do a mid shift. Come in at 12, leave at between 6 and 8.
You're welcome. I can talk loud enough. Y'all can hear me.
Well,
I can't do it.
I did it for almost 20 years. I miss retail.
Well,
I don't miss the politics, and that's why I got out of it.
I like shopping. Hey, and here he
like,
goes.
Hey,
That's the man.
That's the man. That's the man.
That's the man right there.
You want this one?
Oh yeah.
This happens on our show.
I only found out because one of my friends was
We
like,
don't call that a blooper.
so I was like, I didn't even know it went off.
Oh,
one of my friends had said something, so I was like,
Hey, friend, thank you for
No,
we didn't
here we
hear,
go.
but the producer did.
Right. He said something about your mic earlier, and I was like, nah, it's working. And then it looked down, and it's like, blank.
Okay, so to answer your question, like, I've always basically had that mindset of, when it came down to it, dance is what I'm going to do. Either you work with that or you just don't work at all. So it's like, I guess I would say the epiphany moment of I don't want to do this came when I was working for TSA. You know, when we go through training for like the first 6 weeks, it's Monday through Friday. Then it was, you know, when you finally get your schedule.
Yes, yep, weekends.
First of all, they had me doing the late shift, which means that we didn't get off until like 11 o'clock midnight at night. And then my off days were like Mondays and Tuesdays.
Right. What can you do on that? Nothing.
By the time we get off, everything's closed. So it was like I did that I started in January. It was like, you know, I had something happen, which was kind of like an eye opener where like my godmother died, like out of nowhere.
Sorry.
So it was like when that happened, I was like almost like, because I had just had a conversation with her. I said, Mom, I'm not happy with this. I was like, I can't dance. I can't do nothing. My off days suck. Like, I don't have no life. And she was like, at the end of the day, she was like, baby girl, you got to do what's going to make you happy.
That's right.
And I was
you
like,
have to.
Yeah, but you know, everybody's been getting on me about not having no real job. And she's like, so what does that got to do with you?
You got to make yourself happy, not everybody else.
I mean, your bills are being paid, right?
Right.
Okay.
So it was like when she passed, that was kind of like almost like the awakening for me to be like I was at work. I had snuck off. I don't care at this point. I snuck off. Like, I was in the training center and was like, I'm hungry. I went, got in my car, drove to the McDonald's down the street. And that's when, you know, I got the call from my god sisters. And it was like that happened on a Saturday. So, like, I literally left work. Like, I called my manager and was like, I had an emergency. She's like, where are you? I said, I'm not at work. She was like, okay, call them and tell them that you had an emergency, you had to leave. Because she was like, I don't want you getting in trouble. But it was like, when I went back to work, because I called out Sunday, I was off Monday and Tuesday. When I went back to work on Wednesday, I gave them my 2-week notice. I worked that Wednesday, I never returned back. Because I just didn't care anymore. I was like,
you done. It's over. I mean, really, once you kind of give you 2 weeks, you really ain't doing anything anyway. Because you're just trying to ride it out, you know.
Yeah.
You trying to be nice for them at this point. But in your mind, you out the door already. You already gone.
Kill them with kindness. Smile, kill them with kindness.
Never did the 2 weeks notice thing well.
I didn't either.
Well, I always tried, and it always ended up with me
just be done.
Right.
You just
right
before you know you faded out.
Exactly.
Pretty much.
I'm putting in my 2.
Nah.
You just stopped coming. You just stopped coming.
Started disappearing, you know. It's just disintegrating air. You just fall. What happened?
Be like,
oh, when I couldn't call her, I skipped out. Literally, like, hi y'all. Quit.
That's funny. That's really how it goes, though. It's like, what's the point? I'm done. I'm done here.
Yeah.
I don't care what you do. So you show up late, you leave early. You texting at the counter.
You just don't care.
And nobody knows.
You just be like,
people will call.
Don't ask me to do nothing. Can you? No.
Right. You know, that's how it goes. Well, I'm actually glad you quit that job because, I mean, TSA ain't getting paid either right now. You'd be with them.
And I had to check with some of my friends because I'm like, are y'all alright? Like, you know, like a lot of them done picked up on like the Uber Eats and stuff.
Right.
But then a lot of them was like one of my old coworkers, like I had hit her up and was like, you good? Because I was like, I didn't know if they weren't getting paid or not. So when she said, nah, bro, we ain't getting paid. I was like, what are you doing? She said, I was smart. I had savings. She was like, she has enough savings for 6 months. I was like,
yeah,
girl, that's what I call planning.
Yeah, wow, that's smart.
Watch this. We were all out Sunday at some given time, between Saturday night and Sunday, during the snowstorm. How many times did you see a convoy of snowplows parked on the side of the road, sitting, not doing nothing?
Oh, they was outside my job.
Why? I saw that about 4 times. I saw it about 4 different times just in Anne Arundel County. You know why?
They ain't getting paid.
That falls under federal money.
They ain't getting paid.
So they've been plowing for nothing. They just been plowing for community service.
Because it was dangerous. Y'all gotta put these inmates to work.
They do it for 20 cents a day.
The ones that got
20 cents a day.
Ones that got paid are the ones that do the pre-treater because they're state workers.
Yes.
That's why the roads weren't so bad, because they pre-treat. They even pre-treated.
Yes. They weren't bad where?
Yes,
they weren't bad where? They were horrible in PG.
So
y'all got more snow. We got 4 to 6 inches out there.
Virginia be wonderful. They take very good care.
Oh yeah.
Not going on break.
Because it's a Commonwealth state.
Right.
That's one thing I will say about Virginia.
Another one?
The good side about being a Commonwealth state, they don't play when it comes to their roads.
No, they do not.
Like down Roanoke, I don't know about anywhere else in Virginia, but Roanoke, in inclement weather, especially snow and ice, they don't just have reflectors in the roads that divide your lanes. They have lights that come on.
Lucky.
This is good.
I'm like,
so what we're going to do, right, is actually go to break. Okay?
Again.
Yeah.
Right, again.
Frequent breaks, but people have bills that they pay, and they have advertisements that you all have to see. So stay tuned for the next commercial break, and come back.
Come on back. Again. We got more to discuss.
BizPostRadio.com. Skylyne Radio.
You are the hardest person.
Well, Jason, I've got to tell you, you're pretty much everything this company is looking for in an entry-level candidate.
Great.
Your resume isn't quite what we're used to, but you've got a fantastic work ethic.
Thank you.
And I'm impressed by how you carry yourself.
So, should we talk about the job?
What? The job? Oh, sorry. Yeah, I have no way of recruiting or even meeting you. This interview didn't happen.
It may sound ridiculous, and that's because it kind of is. There's a huge pool of talent your company is missing out on. Meet the grads of life. Who are they? Talent worth knowing about. Young adults of unique determination and experience. An ideal fit for your company in an entry-level position, internship, or even mentorship. They might not have every qualification you typically look for, but they're exactly who your company needs.
Man, we really could have used him.
Don't miss out on a resource many innovative companies have already discovered. Go to gradsoflife.org to learn how to find, cultivate, and train this great pool of untapped talent. Brought to you by the Ad Council and gradsoflife.org.
My name is Ruth Rusi. I'm a retired teacher. I'm 91 years old, and this is how I live United. I say retired, but not really. Once a week, I read books to children as part of United Way's education program. Reading to a child creates links between language and literacy. It creates a bond between grown-up and child. And believe it or not, it prepares them for a better academic future. Oh, we read about frogs and flies and pigs with wings, all sorts of juicy stuff. It's a joy to watch all those little faces. I figure I have the time.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Y'all remember that video?
Oh my gosh.
Y'all remember that video of the man that just kept sliding on the ice and sliding to the
Oh, when you were shoveling snow and they got mad and threw it?
Yeah, yes.
That video is epic.
Yes. Oh, we're just now live.
Hey! Okay, do it again. Hey!
Y'all remember that video? Oh, okay. All right, that's cool. So they heard us actually say about the dude sliding on the ice. I thought y'all didn't hear it. I was going to give y'all. But I actually drove in the snow. Saturday,
it was cool because I just went to my mom's house, and when I got to my mom's house and I looked outside and I was just like, this not for me. I'm spending the night. So I spent the night. I did my sister's hair. My friend called me. She was like, can you please come help me do my hair because she's doing micro locks. Another thing I'm going to pick up. See? Yes. So,
about 8 hours.
Right. I don't. Yeah, it does take a long time.
I don't
but
do
it's
micro braids.
It's different steps to micro locks.
You're not gonna like
But so I was like, okay, cool. So I'm going to her house, guys, and she lives like 10 minutes away from where I live. I live on like, I don't know these Baltimore streets, so I'm not even going to try to talk that with y'all. She lives down the street, up the hill, and back down, and then you're there at her house, okay? So I was driving, and I was doing good. I felt a lot of pressure, you know. I was kind of scared because there was no type of ground. Like, you did not see the ground at all. But I was driving, and I lie to y'all not. I made enough room between me and the car behind me that nothing was going to happen to me. Like, if anything happened to me, it happened on my own, or a car came out of nowhere, you know, give me my space. Because I'm dangerous. Y'all don't know it. So, as I'm driving, I look in my back window, and the car behind me, y'all, spun.
Wow.
Oh, no.
And, like, that was the scariest thing because I was literally like 2 minutes away from her house.
Bird box.
And we could talk about Bird Box. I like Bird Box. And like we were going straight, and I saw them going straight, and then they went this way. Then they went that way. Then they turned, and they were just there, and I was just like, oh my God. And I just grabbed my wheel.
It's like a Final Destination.
Like, I'm going fast. I gotta get to where I'm going. But either way, that's just to say, I don't know if y'all, we probably did talk about, we did talk about how ugly the roads were. I don't know if y'all were tuning in to the outside when we went on commercial break because we had a whole conversation about it for real. But that was like the scariest moment of the whole weekend was sliding. And like my wheel slid a little bit. That scared me a little bit. But after Sunday, I was just like, nah, dog, I'm not driving no more. Like, it was so much anxiety.
I understand.
It was
I
just
would
so
have
much.
anxiety too, especially when, you know, ain't no ground.
Right.
She said it wasn't no ground. I could have sworn it was ground up under the snow.
I mean, there was ground under the snow, but the snow covered the ground. So,
you
like,
see nothing.
I wasn't touching cement. I was riding in all snow.
I promise. The wheels was good. They got you.
Right.
Behind me.
Not that one. Thought it was.
Yeah.
They looked.
Man.
They weren't supposed to look.
I only had really like one really bad driving experience in the snow where I actually had to abandon my car because I couldn't drive anymore.
What
I had to leave it. I could. It wouldn't get traction.
What'd you do? Oh.
Luckily, I was like maybe 15 minutes or 20 minutes from my house. My mom had to come get me because she has a truck SUV, so that's how I got home. But I just leave it. I couldn't move it. I was literally trapped. It was on Alameda and Lock Raven or somewhere up that way. And it was just a wrap. My car couldn't go anywhere. And I was out there for 3 hours trying to move that car. And I'm going back. I'm going for it. I'm going back. I'm going for it. And it just
nothing.
No traction whatsoever. And I just like I'm not gonna be able to get home. So I had to abandon the car. And some way I was able at least to push it by Mervo. And because by this point some men saw me and they started pushing my car out, so I got it to about where Mervo was and just left it there. I parked it on a side street and just left it there for 2 days, and then came back and got my car out and dug it out then when it stopped snowing.
Oh, that's when we had that real big blizzard.
Yeah, well, it was maybe maybe about 2-3 years back.
Snowmageddon. Yeah, Snowmageddon. Like we was, I think that was the one for 2010 when it was like Snowmageddon when we had like
2 blizzards at once.
Yeah,
that real big one.
It could have been that time.
I remember that.
It was bad.
I don't feel like I could have ever abandoned my car. Like I feel like I would have like been in my car with like my blankets and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't trust
it. It was other cars that had abandoned vehicles too. Cause you
gotta do what you gotta do.
It wouldn't just be my car that y'all decided to break the window. Like you roll up on my car, I'm sitting over there. I got my taser. I got my shit. I'm like, what's up? Right?
Don't mess
pepper
with her.
spray, your taser, you ready.
On this $28,000 car that I'm still paying the car note on, you about to bust who window?
Bruh.
Not today.
If you was out doing that stuff, something wrong with you anyway.
Oh man, there's something wrong with us. Whoever was out there in the snow, guys. I should have never been in the snow. Okay, I should have took my behind home, and I should have said goodbye to everybody, and should have just been home, being safe. Like
that's what I do now.
You know, it's always good to be the one to actually help your friends. But sometimes safety first.
Yeah,
okay. The whole time I was driving to my friend's house, in my mind, I was like, "This is so unsafe." Like, why am I not home? But then I was like, you know, I'm doing a good thing for a friend, you know, because I love her, and this is safe. And then the car starts spinning behind me, and I'm like, oh Lord, just get me home, get me there, just get me there. Okay, I'll just drop my car. I will not touch it.
He wanted to have a conversation with
right,
you. He had to get your attention.
Right.
Watch this. 2 seconds for everyone. What'd you do Saturday night?
Oh God, I don't know.
Did you stay home? Because it's snowing? Snowstorm coming?
I have. I've been in the house these last couple of days. I ain't been doing
You already told your story. What'd you do Saturday night?
When I got off from work, y'all saw that video?
Oh, yeah, I was home.
I was on my way to the grocery store because I didn't have any food in the house because I had been working, so I went to the grocery store.
What'd you do?
I went to the liquor store, and then I went to go see, you know, the street medical.
That's the way to do it.
You went to go see what?
What did you do?
The street medical.
You know what I did? It was Saturday Night
The
Live.
herbal man.
And we were at the spot.
Loud and clear.
And we had a small gathering, and we had a snowstorm turn up. We were doing drinks and shots all night. I was hanging out. Being from Chicago, this little bit of snow ain't scared me.
Whatever.
And then out here on contracts, I got some fellas out here from the Green Bay area. I said,
this is a dusting.
What's up, fellas? Y'all coming out tonight? Man, this ain't nothing. Maryland folks might be scared. Man, we from the Midwest.
First off,
we get big snowstorms out there, so you know, 3, 4, 5 inches ain't gonna scare us. Yeah, what time you going up? Man, I'm here. I just walked in. It's like 7:45, 8 o'clock. I said, man, I just walked in. He said, we on our way. Are they closing early? I said, the casino don't close, so nothing over here closes early.
Yeah, 24 hours, 24/7. Of course, you always open.
We had a good time.
You always, you bored. Of course, you always
safety first, guys.
Right. If I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna get turned. And like, I don't want to be thinking about my drive home while I'm sitting up here sipping on my drink.
Lyft, Uber.
I don't trust
You wouldn't put my life in somebody else's hands. I don't even know if you can really finagle and handle the stuff.
You know what's crazy about Lyft and Uber? Y'all remember about 10 years ago when your parents, when you had your parents, right, and they were telling you not to get in the car with your friends because your friends really don't know how to drive. And I'm laughing hard because life has definitely changed. Okay. You know, they was like, don't get in the car with strangers.
Call us. We'll come get you no matter where you at.
Come get you, right?
Yeah. The first time you do is like 45 minutes, and they're like, if this is gonna happen, you need to find a closer place to hang out with and drink.
I'm just mad I didn't think about Lyft and Uber before it became a business, because we was doing that thing called hacking for years.
Yeah.
We've been hacking for years, and now I'm like, you don't know that?
It's an illegal taxi ride.
Like you do this?
You be in Baltimore, you see people on the side of the street like this, right?
If you go in the direction that person need to go in, you hop in that car and you take them where they going, they give you a few dollars and they get out your vehicle.
I did.
We've been doing that in Baltimore for 15, 20, 30 years.
Way more not safe. Okay, I'm sorry. Here's the thing about this whole hack situation, right? Me and my personality, I got trust issues, right? So you can hop on the back of the trunk.
We've been doing this for years.
But you're not getting in my car.
Like,
years ago before, we was like, we want
If
some
you have
money.
a stroller and you ain't got no kid, I'm not picking you up. If you're a dude and you got a bag I'm not picking you up.
Right, because they probably done stolen.
Right, they killing babies around here. I don't care if you got a stroller.
They still do it now.
Possession is nonsense.
They
to the
still
law.
do it now, and I'm like,
Guilty by
damn,
association.
somebody that made a business out of this, and we've been doing it for years in Baltimore.
I need a cop car if I'm gonna drive a Uber. Right. So I need to have windows. Nah, y'all don't need to be able to.
Just so you know, if you see somebody on the corner doing this, that's a hack.
That's when I be like.
That's when they ask you for a hack. They go over, you pull over, let them get in your vehicle, and you take them down whatever street, Pennsylvania, North Avenue, wherever. Right. They want to go Cold Spring, you just keep them, and they get out. Oh, right here, y'all, right here. You get out, and that's it.
I'm not letting her in, but I roll down my window. There's somebody in my car. There's somebody in my car. You can't say that.
So like they told
somebody gonna know.
They told us don't get in a car with strangers, don't get in a car with your friends. 5 years later, it was finally okay for you to at least get in the car with your friends because you know they actually might be able to drive. They've been around you long enough. And now we're 5 years ahead of time, and here we are picking up, getting picked up by strangers that are like certified through Uber and Lyft, but all they do is run a background check. They don't know these people for real, but that's not saying anything wrong with it because those who are making money off of it and like making that $50,000 and
I got a friend that makes $700 a week
shout
from
out
Lyft.
to you. See,
Mm-hmm.
I
mean, he is doing it in the middle of the night too, when everybody is asleep. But he's still making $700 a week from Lyft.
But because with Lyft, with Uber, there has been cases like it was this lady in DC. Her friends left her. I think it was DC. It has to be. I'm going to say it was a lady in DC because this probably happened in DC anyway. So she got really, really drunk. Her friends left her instead of like taking her home. It was in DC, like taking her home. So the Uber driver was like, "You want me to like drop her off at her house?" Yeah, you know, her friend's like, "Yeah, she'll be all right." Shuts the door, and he turned around and looked at her, and she's sloppy drunk. First of all, where your friends? Where your real friends at?
They're supposed to go home with you. If your friends abandon you, they are not your real friends.
One, where your real friends at? Because your friends wasn't supposed to leave you. Second, what he does is decides to go get her a hotel. Because I think her phone died. She only had her stuff. They just sent her home. Like, she'll get home. She'll be all right. So, somehow either he buys a hotel or somehow they make it to a hotel room and he leaves her at the hotel room with all of her stuff. And because her phone died, none of her friends could find her in the morning. So they're like freaking out and everything. But you know, when it hit the news and everything, it was like, oh, this Uber driver bought a hotel room for his customer. And it's like, the way that social media plays everything is flipping horrible. I say that one. News too, but they're part of social media now because, you know, tweets from Trump puts on the news. Like, that's the best thing in the world.
But Uber driver
said it was New York.
should have hit
It was,
she said it record.
He could have called her.
Went to a police station.
Thank you. It was actually in New York, not in DC.
She like, we'll do that. She like, DC don't do that.
Yeah. But it was just the fact that that even happened and that even went that far and that they actually...
When he was doing a good deed?
Yeah, he was doing a good deed.
Because it gets perceived as bad.
But wait,
that's messed up.
But can we go back to the fact that her friends left her? Mm-hmm. So her friends
Where your real
say it again.
So-called.
Say giving people that.
It's over after that. You done with that person.
Where your real friends at?
You ain't no friend to me.
No more friendship, but
that's a friend of me.
Let me tell you, friends who are tuning in to my show, thank you very much. Friends, if I ever get too drunk to drive,
you better take me home.
You're not sober enough for you to drive, and you decide to send me home in an Uber. Yes, call me a hack. No, for real. That's what my producer said. We'll call you a hack.
Call you a hack.
But you better come home with me. I better wake up to you laying next to me in my bed.
I'm somewhere.
And me
I'm at your house.
What is happening?
I better be at your house or
a whole lot of nothing because you still got a whole bunch of clothes on.
We better be together and my clothes better be on.
Right. Because first off,
but you were drunk, so you don't know if you asked me.
You will know
You would wake up with clothes on.
Absolutely.
I would know because I'm a woman. I know myself. trust.
Yeah, she would know.
Wake up, walking funny. I know something funny.
Yep.
Wait a minute. But now, you know, we only have a minute before we go on break, guys. Damn, bills.
What's that?
Like, we got
two left
so
or one
many
left?
bills. Can you pay my bills?
Can you pay
my telephone bills?
Can you pay my automobile? Baby, we can chill.
Our producer told us stop singing.
The shade.
Ooh. Oh my God.
It's okay.
Well, that was entertainment.
Like that was
entertainment, though.
Let me tell you. You feel me?
Entertainment before the break.
In the building, guys.
Entertainment.
We got talent right in the building.
Yes.
A quick 15 seconds.
Speaking of
15 seconds. Go
talent.
back to 9 days. Quick 15 seconds, go.
Can
Sing it. Go ahead. 15 seconds, go.
you pay my bills? Can you pay my telephone bills? Pay my automobile? Maybe then we can chill. I don't think you do. So you and me are through.
Hey.
Radio.com.
All right.
Join the Just a Bit Outside crew every Monday, 8 to 10 p.m. on BeExposedRadio.com.
You want to start off?
I think I'll get it out of the way on a who's not.
Okay, do it.
The Orioles.
Right.
They got swept by the Royals. They lost 4 in a row, and the last 5 games have all been decided by 1 run. The game before, or the last game that they lost before the Royals was the Nationals, and it was Weeders, of course, one with a home run,
hit the home run.
Right. They were going into that National series. It seemed like they were doing so well, and they just crapped out. They got that game postponed, so who knows when they're going to replay that or play that game. That's my first not for the night.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and weigh in on my who's not, and I'm going to talk about the San Diego Padres.
The Padres. That's okay. You just took my answer.
They're in last place in the NL West. They've lost 8 of their last 10. Their run differential is a -65, which is just horrible. So when you have let me just talk about run differential a little bit. It's kind of like the
how much you're winning or losing your games by, pretty much.
Yeah. Okay. It's like the margin of victory, kind of.
Right.
So when you're in a negative number, that means that then
your average game you're losing
by a whole lot.
Right.
I mean, a number like -65, this early in the season is pretty rough.
That's horrible.
The pitching numbers pretty much support this stat right here. I mean, the team ERA is 4.70, which is 26th in the league. They have 126 walks allowed. They acquired Jared Weaver in the offseason, and he really has not panned out. He's off to one of the worst starts in any of the pitchers in 2017. He's 0-4 with a 6.05 ERA. In May alone, he already has 12 earned runs in May. And, another one of their pitchers, Clayton Richard, he's 2-4 with a 4.34 ERA. And, in May, he has 6 earned runs and 12 innings pitched. So they're not pitching well. And on top of that, they are also not batting well.
Right. But it kind of sucks because Manuel Margot is doing pretty good. His the past few at bats, his last.
Join the Just a Bit Outside crew every Monday, 8 to 10 p.m. on BeExposedRadio.com.
Only in the forest can you see this. But nothing beats the moment you see that. Cool! That's your child's eyes opening up to a world of possibilities.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org. Learn about forests near you and discover cool things to do when you go. And you might just see this. Visit discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Hey, there's my son. You've been in your room all morning.
Hey, Dad.
Matt, what's wrong with your voice?
There is nothing wrong with my voice.
Oh, well, it's just sort of.
I have been playing my video games and electronic games for so many hours.
Uh-huh. Well, it sounds like it might be time for you to take a break, or...
Hello, Dad.
Susan?
I have been watching TV and text messaging all morning. Yay, electronics. Yay, yay, yay.
Guys, I think it's about time to get in the car and take a little trip. Maybe see some trees, some green things.
What are these green things you speak of?
This weekend, unplug. Take your family to the forest. There's nothing in the world like experiencing nature firsthand. Trees, paths, bluebirds, streams. Getting closer to nature can get you closer to your family. To find the forest nearest you, go to discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Get out to the forest and discover the wonders of nature with your family, just like Blue, Jewel, and the whole Rio flock.
Let the kids connect to their roots. It's gonna be so much fun. Yeah! Woo-hoo!
Let's rock this jungle!
Yeah!
Fresh air.
What a glorious morning!
Clean water.
Woohoo! This is great!
And endless surprises.
Yo, this is untapped territory.
How amazing!
Visit discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
So when you get to the corner of Smith and Orchard, you're going to want to take a left.
You are not going to.
Then what you're going to
this.
do is turn onto Marcy Avenue.
Just broke up
and go past the first 3
she's
lights
happy
and then
about
take
it.
the next left.
I don't really
then drive
think
5
she's
more
happy,
blocks
but
and you should be
who
there.
am I to judge, right?
Park on the
Anyway,
right.
That's
I'll
what
see
I
you
heard
later
last
tonight.
night.
It's hard to concentrate on 2 things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
This message is for all of you sitting in the passenger seat. And apologies if it gets a little uncomfortable. But how does it feel to be at the mercy of someone who thinks a random text is more important than your life? Someone who takes their eyes off the road while speeding along in a 3-ton hunk of steel. Freaky, right? Well, why not just ask them to stop? Or better yet, volunteer to text for them. It might be a little awkward, but believe me, you'll live.
Learn more at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
Green light. Hey girl, school zone. I'm getting hungry.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Hey! And we're back. Like we never left.
It's outside.
And we're coming to our final segment of the show.
No, yay.
Make sure you get more information.
It is the
because
final
we're gonna deal
segment.
with a shelter.
Yes. We are feeding the homeless this weekend. You know, shouts out to the snow that no one is asking for on Saturday.
It's not supposed to snow Saturday. It's supposed to rain Saturday. I'm gonna need y'all to watch the news. Rain Saturday, snow Sunday.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like 50 degrees Saturday night, Sunday morning. But Sunday night, Monday morning, what we just say, they're saying it's gonna get down around 5 degrees.
Excuse me, meteorologist Mark. Since when did we ever believe the news?
We don't.
Well,
we don't.
Hold on, wait. Can we say for the record they were actually on point with it this time?
They were.
They said it was going to start at 4 o'clock. It started at 4 o'clock. The only thing they weren't correct on was when it was going to end.
So they still lied. A lie is a lie.
But they was on about when it started.
I saw someone on.
One step at a time.
I saw the guy for Fox Baltimore. I saw the guy for Fox DC. I saw Baltimore.
He don't say body.
Baltimore.
He says it's close.
Baltimore. Baltimore. How about that? Baltimore.
Baltimore.
Hey, I'm not from here,
Like
so
a scout.
I can say the same thing when people say Illinois. They're like Illinois.
Why?
Someone from
That's
Illinois
not how it's
actually said
pronounced.
Illinois, by the way.
But that's
No.
The S is silent. Illinois. It's one state, not plural, not 2.
who says that?
But don't
A lot
forget
of
to
people.
talk about what's coming up, guys, because we're about to get on.
Feed the homeless this weekend. Rain, sleet, or snow. You know how we do. We're in the wide open in D.C. at Franklin Square Park. To be continued, because if y'all don't know, they're calling for a big storm starting Saturday, ending Sunday afternoon as snow. It's supposed to start as rain. There's going to be a hellacious temperature drop between Saturday night and Sunday night. Sunday night, they're saying, Saturday night, they're saying it's going to be roughly around 50 degrees between the Baltimore, D.C. area, depending on where you're at. Baltimore, they're saying around 50. Sunday night, Monday morning, they're saying it's going to get down around 5, 6, 7 degrees. Yeah, that's that big Midwest temperature drop. Because the last time I was in a 45-degree temperature drop, it wasn't in 24 hours, ladies and gentlemen. It was in 3.5. I have a witness. You can ask that individual.
I'm sorry, cigarette smokers.
When I went home 2 years ago in April, in 3.5 hours. There was roughly a 45-degree temperature drop. It wasn't cold to me, but you definitely felt the cold in the air. With it being this temperature and 3.5 hours later, after it rained like crazy and that cold front came through and that breeze picked up and it's coming off Lake Michigan, yeah, you definitely felt a little bite in the air.
My tears froze the last time I was in Chicago.
Really?
Are you serious? I'm so serious.
That cold out there
like
is a different type of cold.
Oh my God. Lord have mercy.
And that cold hurt. That wind?
Oh yeah.
That thing hurt.
That's the Midwest cold is a different type of cold. You know how they say the desert out west is a different type of heat than out here. That Midwest cold is a different type of cold. Yeah, breathing, if you're in it and it's that burr outside, it hurts.
Yeah.
You feel it all in your chest cavity.
Say what you chest.
858.
This is true. So guys, it comes to a point in time in our show where it's the end of the show. This is our last segment. Thank you for everyone who has been tuning in. Hey best friend there. Hey
my best friend.
Hey,
what's up, everybody?
Hey Jeff.
What's up to that special person? I'll talk to you in a minute.
What their name is?
Hey, they don't have a name.
It's secrets.
Oh my goodness.
It's secrets.
But ladies, give.
You know me a long time. I don't kiss and tell.
And also, we have to give a really big shout out to Mark, because little do you all know, Mark was the head hunter for this whole Career Women series.
Thank you, Mark.
Yes.
I wanted to do something different. I wanted to put the spotlight on women because, you know, they talk about, you know, the almighty dollar, the this dollar, the that dollar, the whatever. They talk about, you know, men do this, men do that. Women don't get a whole lot of credit where credit is due. So I wanted to put the spotlight on women. What keeps the economy going? Sorry, it ain't men. It's women. Let's be honest.
We gotta go. We have 8:59.
That's what I like.
Thank you guys. Make sure you tune in next week from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. I'm sorry for cutting Mark off.
Thank you for your support.
Thank you for your support. But there's another show that comes on afterwards. Make sure you all tune in to Rin's show, Salacious Couch. Boom. On BeExposedRadio.com. Drop your social medias.
Hurry up. Instagram, C-Fingers, and Styles_by_C-Fingers.
Hey.
Instagram, authentically_Bilan, B as in boy, ILAN, and business page is BLUVV_inspired. Also stop by my business page, blove.com, that's BLUVV.com.
Yay! Thank you.
That's the end.
Of the show. Take care, guys. See you next week.
Stay
Have
tuned
a great
next week.
day on BeExposedRadio.com.
Skylyne Radio.
Whoa. The moment my son saw a redwood tree.
It's huge!
Is the moment I knew that for him,
You can't even see see the top of that thing.
Even the sky has no limit.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org. Learn about forests near you and discover cool things to do when you go. Your moment is out there. Find it at discovertheforest.org.
Brought to you by the